Hey guys, I decided to make a video about my midlife crisis. I know you're probably thinking, oh my god, you can't have a midlife crisis when you're 20, but I am here to tell you that you most definitely can, and hopefully it won't happen later in my life. The reason I call it a midlife crisis is because, well, that's basically what it is, just not in the middle of my life, kind of in the beginning of my life, and I'm kind of glad I'm having something like this happen at the age that I am, because maybe it'll make me a better person when I'm older. Basically, my midlife crisis is myself, and being afraid and just trying to forget the past. People always say, forgive and forget. Well, I always forgive. I'm a very forgiving person. I've forgiven people for a lot of really bad stuff, but forgetting is the hard part. Forgetting the past is really hard, and people always say that it's so easy, but it's not. I have so many things in my life that are happening now because of things that happened in the past, so for me it's very, very hard. Not necessarily to let go of them, because I let go of them, but I haven't forgotten them, and I mean I never will forget them, but it's like not too far in the past to the point where it's still affecting me now. I had a lot of stuff happen in a really short period of time, and it all happened really fast. And it's kind of morphed into this thing that's happening now. So, like I said, forgetting the past for me is not easy because it's kind of still a constant battle with forgetting the past. And like I said, I've let go of those things. I do not let those things define me or anything like that, but it's so incredibly hard to move on when it feels like you still have like a one chain on one ankle while you're kind of reaching towards the future, trying to forget everything that happened in the past so you can move on. That brings me to the second part of my midlife crisis, which is myself. I am my biggest problem, and I can admit it. There are a lot of things that I do, and I don't know why I do them. There are a lot of things that kind of helped make me into this person that I am at the moment, and I don't really know how to get myself out. For example, it ties in with forgetting about the past. Like I said, so much stuff happened in a short period of time, and it turned me into this person I can be very cynical. I can be very, very closed. I don't trust anybody. I have really bad trust issues. I don't have very good image of myself, or I don't think I'm worth much, and all this stuff ties up with stuff that happened in the past. So now it's just me, and facing yourself, I think, is the hardest thing you ever have to do in life. Most people don't have to deal with it until they're much older, but unfortunately I'm having to deal with it now, and I'm 20. So maybe that's a good thing, maybe it's not. But I think the biggest thing for me with myself is being afraid. Over the past few years, I have become so afraid of everything and everyone, and it's really scary. And the hardest thing for me is I can't exactly figure out what it is, like exactly, that I'm afraid of or that makes me afraid of everything. I am so afraid of people. People are, to me, the scariest thing on the planet, because every person I've ever trusted or loved in my life has really, really hurt me and really, really screwed me over. So, I am really afraid of people, and I tend to avoid people at all costs, and I never used to be like that. I am naturally a very social person. I love being around people, but over the past 6 years, I've kind of drifted away from that, and I've isolated myself, and I'm so afraid of people that I don't really know how to socialize very well anymore. I'm very socially awkward, and I was socially awkward before, but I was socially awkward in a way that it was really easy for me to finesse my way out of the socially awkwardness. Now it's kind of like I don't know how to talk to another person normally, like have a normal conversation, and it makes me really awkward. Um, and it really does scare me because, you have to be able to socialize in your life or you will get nowhere. If I ever wanted to be an actress, I have to be able to overcome that and be able to go to auditions and just show myself and show those vulnerabilities and stuff. But it's really, really, really hard for me, and I don't know how to get over that part. I'm also really afraid of rejection, as I'm sure every single person in this world is. That's something that everyone has to deal with at some point, whether you're trying to find a job or in the dating world, like, rejection is just a part of life. I have had rejections in my life that were not normal rejections. I've had people that you're supposed to be able to count on as a child leave. I've had so many different types of rejection. So normal rejection to me should be easy, but it's not. And I mean, it's not for anybody, but I'm so afraid, I think, of rejection, and most of all letting people down, because I've done nothing but let people down the past 6 years, and I hate letting people down. Like, it kills me. So I think that's one of the things that I'm able to pinpoint that I am afraid of. But I think that part just makes me human. Another thing is judgment. Judgment's also a huge part of life. And we all tend to judge people. I hate judgment. I go out in the world, and this is also because I have, like I said before, self-worth and self-confidence issues. I go out into the world, and I feel so judged, whether people are actually judging me or not. And that is terrifying because it makes you judge yourself. And I am not a very judgmental person in general, but when it comes to judging yourself, we're really hard on ourselves, and the world can be very hard on you too, as I've been able to experience. So I think all of the things that I'm afraid of are just repercussions of things that have happened in my past, which again is a big thing of me being able to overcome that and just completely forget about that and drop it. And I mean, this whole being afraid thing is the reason that I got this tattoo. Being fearless for me is something so much more than just not being afraid. It's freedom. I have been so afraid for so long of everything that I can't actually imagine what it's like to live a normal life and not be afraid of everything, and just not be afraid of the world or myself. I honestly just can't imagine how great it would be or how different it would be. Another thing I'm also afraid of, which I think maybe everybody's afraid of in the back of their mind, is being alone. I am very alone now, and I'm young. For somebody my age, it's very odd for me to be as alone and isolated as I am. I'm pretty much alone 24/7. Like, literally 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, I'm pretty much alone. And I don't get out much. I only have, and I'm not even kidding when I say this, 3 friends, in the whole world. None of which really live close to me, and they're all really close friends to me, which I would rather have 3 close friends than have a million, not real friends. But anyway, being alone terrifies me because I'm alone all the time, and in the past I was always alone. And I'm not even saying alone in the sense that I'm alone as in no one's around me, but alone in battling your own things and just taking on the world alone, because it's really hard to do alone, and I have a hard time asking for help. So yeah, I was alone in the past and dealt with a lot of things that got me so deep in a hole. I was able to dig my way out of that, but it scares me now because I know that I let all that get to me in the past, and I'm so afraid that I could do that in the future. I don't think I would let myself ever do that again, but that really does scare me, and I don't like being alone. I mean, that's part of the reason why I'm socially awkward. I don't get out much, and I hate being alone, so that's another big fear of mine. The last fearful thing for me, I think might actually be success. I have never succeeded really in anything in my life, and success does scare me because I have never experienced it. I don't know what it's like, and so for me to even think that things could go good in my life, or to think that I could do good at something, does scare me a little bit, and I don't really know why. Maybe that's natural. Maybe it's not, but it does terrify me. It really does. And yeah, so that's the last of my like fears. I just really need to just forget the past and move on, which is really hard to do. And the thing is I sound so cynical in this video, but the thing is I'm not the kind of person to judge the past. I'm just not. I hate when people do that. I really hate when people like just sit there and talk about the past and blah 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 blah. But I am able to realize that part of the reason why I am now is because of the past. But that makes it now. That makes it present, and that means that who I am now needs to be fixed, and I am so ready and willing to do that. And now I am just thinking of ways to get past all of this and to move on and to really make 2014 my year and to make my life turn around and finally be happy again and love me and love life and just completely enjoy it to the fullest and just be a normal 20-year-old. I think what I'm going to try to do is maybe just focus on one thing at a time, which is really, really, really hard to do. My life is like ADHD. Like, literally, I have so many different things going on in my life that it is really incredibly difficult to focus on one thing. But I think what I need to start doing for me and not necessarily worry about other people and other things is to focus on the things that I need to do for myself one thing at a time. Because if I start thinking about, oh, well, I have to do this in order to get to this and then do this in order to get to that other thing, I freak out and I become like paralyzed and don't really know what to do, which I think is why I'm still just sitting here doing nothing. I think if I just try so hard to slow my brain down and to be like, okay, before you worry about having to do that, do this before you can get to that, so you don't have to worry about like a million different things at one time. The other huge thing I think for me is to learn to kind of just enjoy myself and trust people and to just open my heart and like love everything again. Most of the people know me as and I'm gonna sound so conceited, but they know me as like a loving, funny, like person that doesn't take life too seriously and that doesn't let things bother her. Well, little do they know I'm kind of the opposite when I'm on my own. I really do just need to really try really hard to improve myself, and to just let light back into my heart and into me, and realize that the whole entire world isn't bad. What I've seen in the past and what is going on now, yeah, it's bad and it sucks, but it's not always going to be like that, and I'm not always going to fail, and I'm not always going to be alone. Things will get better and things will get brighter, and I have to really truly believe that 100%, before I think that I'm able to move on with anything. I have to learn to enjoy life and know that it's not going to be bad forever. And the last and final thing, because I know I'm talking your ear off if you're even still watching this, is I need to be fearless. I have to. I mean, I freaking got it tattooed on my body, for fuck's sake. But I need to just let go of everything and live my life. I need to experience things that I'm not comfortable with. I need to go outside of my comfort zone, and I need to experience life on my own, and for me, not for anybody else. And yeah, this video was like a huge giant therapy session for me. But yeah, if you liked this video, if you even watched it, please give it a thumbs up. If you want to see me make more videos or more videos like this, please also give it a thumbs up, and I'll know I'm doing something right. If you didn't watch this video, then that's totally okay. I understand. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. Please subscribe. I promise to make more exciting videos in the future because exciting stuff is coming up. I can't say yet, but I will maybe make a video when it happens. And just love life and enjoy yourself and be fearless, and let's just all have a party. Yeah, so thank you guys for watching. I love you for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!